So now we set our 0. The prism is not there anymore. We went ahead and moved the prism to the other point. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the total station. Again, I'm not going to move anything. Don't move it. If you do move it, you kick it, you'll have to start all over. The process begins from scratch. Release it, turn it around, and as I turn it, you'll notice the HR is going to start saying 0, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, 7, so on and so forth. And it's because I'm turning it towards the prism over here, okay? Now, remember, it's always going to measure horizontal right. So we start at 0 here, it's going to measure this angle. If you look at your traverse, that is the inside of the traverse, meaning we're going to collect an interior angle, okay? So if you may remember, we started at this point, A and B. B is that point right over here. I'm turning the total station, so I'm basically getting this angle by turning it to the right, okay? And that's always my recommendation, that you get the interior angle if you can. Sometimes you won't be able to. Sometimes you have to set up and turn the angle right, but then on your traverse, that'll be an exterior angle. You'd have to subtract from 360 to get the interior, but that depends on how you want to do it. My preference, I'm going to try to collect as much as I can interior to avoid having to calculate from 360, because that could be another error that you could potentially have, okay? So this angle here, I'm going to go ahead and turn it this way. Same thing, I'm going to look for a little triangle, just like I did the other one. Sight the prism, lock it, look through there, pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the prism, okay? I can't move it right anymore. The small one locked because I basically ended it. Do never force any of these little knobs. If it locks and it stops, don't continue, okay? So in this case, it still needs to go this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it, move it over, lock it again, and then I'll be able to reset. It's almost like resetting this middle one, okay? But that does happen every once in a while, that you just turn this one too much and it just, you kind of ended it, how can I say it? You got to the end of the cycle of this turning. So you'll have to release this one, turn it, lock it, and then you'll be able to reset this one again. Okay, you should never force these little knobs. I lost the prism, so I'm gonna go ahead and unlock it once again, lock it, and there we go. See, I'm able to turn it now to the right, focus, up. Okay, so I have the crosshairs in the middle of the prism, and I have an angle already. I have an angle of 76 degrees, 7 minutes. But remember, I'm sighting the prism. I need to look the point on the ground. That's the angle that I want. So I'm going to release the vertical, move this guy down, lock the vertical, get it right on that point. Now I can see the point. Now I have an angle that I will want to record. If I'm not mistaken, it says 78. So that's going to be this angle here, right here. 78 degrees, 05 minutes, 06 seconds. That's my interior angle, okay? On my traverse worksheets, I gave you these angles. You are now starting to collect that data, okay? Do I need this distance? Yes. But that distance can't be shot from the point on the ground. I need to re-sight the prism up on top. Because remember, it needs to have the prism. Lock. And then I'm going to go and click measure. And there's my distance. My distance is 30, or is that 38?
38.
38.07. That is this distance here. So,
What should I say?
38. Oh, crap. 3887. Sorry, I couldn't see there's a glare on the screen. 3887. Okay, so that's my distance. So technically, I'm done at this point. I think I got the angle that I needed. I got the distances. Some students start saying, yeah, but what's the bearing? Well, I'm not worried about the bearing right now. I'm just worried about collecting angles and distances. That's the field data you're gonna collect. That's the field data you're gonna collect. Get it to the point of kind of like the traverse worksheet that I gave you. Once you have all your distances and angles, you get that data, you get your equipment, come back in, start doing the math. Okay? So we're done with what we need to do.